The Footprints Conversations series feature discussions and insights from accomplished workplace and marketplace leaders and their experiences on key leadership principles. As believers, we are supposed to practice these biblical leadership principles in our workplace and marketplace to help us fulfill our calling. Last week, Vice President Mordecai gave us useful insights from his own experience about what we need to do before the promotion. This week's Footprints Conversations focuses on after the promotion. What are the spiritual implications of promotion? What are the main purposes of the Lord for the promotion? What do we have to do to ensure that we deliver to serve as track record for future promotions? VP is here to help us address these questions. Please let's welcome him to the Footprints Conversations.
It's always a pleasure to be with you for the Footprints Conversations. Greetings to your audience.
VP, if we could go back to memory lane a bit. Chapter 8 of the Book of Esther indicates that you left the king's presence wearing royal garments of blue and white. But a week before that, you were a gateman, despised and threatened because Haman was planning for your neck to be in the gallows. How did you feel when the tide turned and you were promoted?
I was grateful to the Lord who promoted and gave us the cause to rejoice in Him. But I was also mindful that I have come to a different level of challenges and warfare.
So, does it mean that you never even had the opportunity to celebrate for the promotion and have to put your hand in the plow right after the promotion?
No, we celebrated, and that's what gave the historical basis for the festival of Purim. But note that after the parties and testimonies to celebrate the promotion, there are greater battles at a higher and different level waiting for you. Most believers forget about this, and that's why I want to point that out from the onset.
What do you mean by greater battles at a higher and different level after the promotion?
Do you remember the exams you took in Class 1? Were they at the same level of difficulty as the exams you took in Class 6?
No, VP. The exams in Class 1 were relatively easier than the ones in Class 6.
So, I want to tell you and your audience that you need to understand and prepare for battles at higher and different levels than before the promotion. Before my promotion, I had to deal with only Haman. After the promotion, I had to deal with several armed men of many nationalities and provinces who wants to destroy us as Jews.
This is insightful. I now recall that in 2 Samuel 5 verse 17, when the Philistines heard that David had been anointed king over Israel, they all went in search of him. The promotion brought all Philistines against him.
Thank you for that. So, this spiritual dimension of promotion should be focused on by every believer. Failure to focus on this important dimension has unfortunately turned promotion, which was supposed to be a blessing, into a curse that has drawn some believers away from the Lord, involved them in scandals, lifestyles, attitudes and incidents that did not bring glory to the Lord who opened the door for the promotion.
Thank you for this insight, VP. Speaking about bringing glory to the Lord who opened the door for promotion, how did you swing this?
I needed to always remind myself that God did not make me Mordecai, a common gateman, the second most powerful man in Susa after King Xerxes, for my sake. There was a purpose behind the promotion. That purpose was beyond me. You must know that the Lord placed you in that position to be a blessing to many and to impact many.
And you have the evidence to prove that, because in Esther chapter 10 verse 3, we read that you became preeminent among the Jews, and held in high esteem by many fellow Jews, because you worked for the good of your people and spoke up for the welfare of all the Jews.
Yes, here lies the mystery that some believers miss. You don't become preeminent in using the position to build mansions, to own a fleet of vehicles and to promote your interests and that of your family. You work for the good of your people. You serve others and your nation and become the voice of the powerless and the vulnerable.
There are very few people nowadays with this mindset, VP. Is it bad then to use your promotion for wealth, status, and power?
Not at all if those wealth, status, and power were made by just means. They could be part of the Lord's blessings if they were made with a sense of integrity and not with bribery, extortion, and corruption. But know that all those wealth, status, and power are vanity. They don't have eternal values. Many people before you had more of that and they have left them behind. You will leave them behind too.
Yes, VP. This is one area we never seem to learn from history. It's like we don't know of someone who had all these wealth, status and power and left them behind. We either forgot or get blinded by the moments.
Very unfortunate. Let me throw in this very important point too. Do you know that Esther chapter 8 verse 17 talks about many people of other nationalities becoming Jews because of what the Lord did with my promotion and the deliverance of the Jews from destruction? The Lord would like to use your promotion or the position to bring others to himself.
Audience, VP Mordecai has used his experience to tell us that some of the purposes behind your promotion are 1. Means to bring others into the Lord, 2. Serve others and your nation, and 3. Seek the welfare of the powerless and vulnerable. You also must know that you have been promoted to a higher level of spiritual warfare, and as you tune into the Lord, your promotion would not only be a means for amassing wealth, status and power, but to bring glory to the Lord. This has eternal value than the vanities of wealth, status and power. Let's give it up to VP Mordecai.
If this Footprints conversation has been a blessing to you, pass it on to be a blessing to others. Are you a believer committed to fulfilling your professional calling at your workplace and marketplace? We have several resources to help you do that. Just subscribe at the YouTube channel for you to receive new resources we create every week. If you have creative arts talents too, get in touch and let us yield it to the Lord to use it to impact lives for His glory.